Da 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 da. Josh Giddey's going to prison for a long time. This nigga's dating a middle schooler. Come on, man. I told y'all, NBA players are like the most goofiest giraffe niggas I've ever met in my life, or seen in my life. The activity and the behaviors they do just it doesn't make any sense, bro. This dude's a NBA player messing around with a middle school chick, middle school or high school, one or two. But either way, it's all bad. That's all. That's really really bad. That's really bad. Because once again, NBA players, I don't understand their choices when it comes to women. I just don't get it. Like, first of all, how do you even find yourself in that position as an NBA player? How do you find yourself in a position where you're chatting with a high school girl and you're actually meeting up with her and going out and then you're talking to her brother? How? Now, I hope this is some fake allegations. Like, maybe this is a family friend that he knows about and they just want to take pictures because he's an NBA player. Like, I'm praying that's the case. But, bro, the information looks very damning. Looks very damning, to say the least. He's shirtless. He's holding her, like, in a position where it's kind of like that's his girl. And, oh, man, bro. Like, once again, this goes back to the P.J. Washington. It goes back to the whatever his name, the Andrew Simmons dating that one girl who's a baby mama to whatever her name is, to Zion Williamson. NBA players, like, their choices, what they do, it's very confusing. And this is a bigger dilemma when it comes to just, like, young guys with money. Young guys with money, they just do dumb shit, man. They have to have handlers. Like, as sad as it sounds, there's like a Mike Tyson effect that I call it. So, like, for example, Mike Tyson, he fought like 4 times a year. And that's 6 training camps, or 6-week training camps, 8-week training camps. So that's 30 months. 30 months divided by 4, we're talking about roughly 6 months out the year. So the other 6 months out the year, he's not doing anything. He's just out and about running around the city. And that's kind of what NBA players are doing. They're just out and about running around the city doing stupid shit all day. Because they got unlimited money, unlimited free time after like games and stuff. They're not doing anything, and they play a game for a living. They don't actually do real work. Like it's working out. Don't get me wrong. It's hard, but it's not actually like any societal impact. It doesn't matter if you do good or bad. It just means you lose an NBA contract, but you still made millions of dollars, so you're still rich. And so what that makes a young man do is just it makes bad choices. And you see this across the cards when it comes to just American athletes. They just do wild like shit that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, Josh Giddey, that man's probably going to prison, more likely than not, if the allegations are true. And he's going to get ate up in prison because these basketball players be soft as fuck. They don't really be, like, hard-ass dudes. And, man, it's just fascinating because I really try to think about the psychological, like, plays that these guys make. Like, I try to figure out, like, if I put myself in their shoes. And the only way I can think about it is, like, maybe he's on Tinder or something like that, and he has his whole NBA profile. And a lot of times these high school girls, they put their age like 18 or something so they can talk to older guys and be allowed on the app, which is, once again, I don't know what Tinder is doing. You better have better age verification because this is killing the game for a lot of people. You get a lot of dudes caught up. And I imagine that he was chatting with this girl because a lot of times these NBA guys, they don't got any game. They just use their height, their money, and status to kind of get girls, which is always a bad thing to lead with. As a man, you got to lead with your manhood first. Lead with manhood because whatever you glorify is whatever the woman's going to fucking magnify. So if you're magnifying money and your status, that's what she's going to look at as the main thing about you. Which means when she gets into your status and your money, you then just become whoever you are and she'll respect you. That's kind of what happened to Jeff Bezos to some degree. Like, Jeff Bezos is supposed to be a multi-billionaire, one of the most powerful, richest man in the world, and he's getting played by his lady. And you just look at it like, Jeff Bezos, what kind of choice are you making, brother? Like, somebody needs to have a sit down and talk to you. Your girl's openly disrespecting you in front of Leonardo DiCaprio, in front of pictures. It's just sad. It don't make no sense. It really don't make no sense. As a man, you should be able to at least establish your dominance with somewhere within the woman you're messing with, especially as a billionaire. I just don't understand how you get kind of that type of position. But you look at this guy, like whatever his name, I can't remember his name, the Josh Giddey guy. And I just wonder, like, brother, did you not talk to anybody? Like, who are you like around? Do you like talk to anybody and you say like, hey, bro, maybe I met this chick. Like, what do you think? Oh, bro, that's a high school girl, bro. Leave that alone, bro. That's gonna get you some shit caught up. But I don't think these guys do. I think they're so rich and they're so on top of the world, they feel invincible, and then they kind of learn over time that, hey, look, you're not invincible. You can get caught up too. The same way, like, that one dude that punched his baby mama, now he's in prison. Josh Miles, Jarrett Miles, whatever the guy's name is. And they just keep making bad choices upon bad choices. And, man, we need more OGs to step up. Because this ain't the days of Karl Malone where there was no internet and people could like you could kind of do wild shit. Because I mean, Karl Malone said some wild shit like, "Hey, look, I like little Mexican girls." He said that about Kobe's wife. I hunt little Mexican girls. I said, "Holy shit, this is too much." But this was a different age period. It was only media. There was no internet. If this was internet times, Karl Malone might have been in jail. But we live in a very fascinating time. Josh Giddey, best of luck to you, brother. Because prison is not nice to tall, lanky, giraffe people.